Alright, fine, I'll do it. God damn it. Although, can I get by with those half blocks? Or is that gonna just, like, fuck everything up? Because it'll never connect then. Can't scroll that. So we have to do the half slope light. Which also can't scroll. So we don't get like little half diagonal bits. Or is that maybe what... What's the sharp bit of this guy?
Meteor storm inbound.
Kind of, almost. 2 to the left from the one that I picked. That's the big fat tube. Wait. Search for half. There's no corner bits there. Do I need to build a half block to unlock it? Oh, don't tell me that. What am I looking for? Half light? I don't understand where it's putting me. Yeah, the slopes and corner block shit is just awfully disgusting. It's really seriously terrible. The building in this game is generally not great. He's a fat one, there might be a half full one. That's what I was just looking at. There kind of sort of is, but not really. You think that'll work? We gonna call that good enough? Ugh. Fucking... There we go. So spiky in the back. Check Discord for what little progress you've got. For the 2 IRL days. Oof. Not much. But yeah, I believe it. Have I tried using the black rotation guide? Yeah, the thing with just random ass arrows that don't actually help me any? Yeah, I've looked at that before. It doesn't actually help me any. The problem that I've got is a really fucked up key binding for it all. I need to rebind it, but I never care enough to rebind it, and I always just deal with it, and then I regret dealing with it. Like with most games. Alright, I think that's all of them. But that will help to connect things in theory. Because now these guys are supported on this end of things with these little blocks. And they're supported on the front because of the blocks connected to the cargo container. So now I should be able to remove these. Okay. Good, good. Okay. So if that's the case, I can perhaps get by with keeping it all flush. Like, right now, I wish there was a way that this would just connect to this block and already rotate around, because obviously, that's not gonna fucking work. As far as I know, there isn't. Like, there's a button that you can press that's supposed to mimic the facing, but it's never in the correct direction, and you have to just continuously spam the button until it eventually works. It needs to just do that by default. Where it's just like, here you go, obviously you want it here. And you can still rotate out of it though, that's an important detail. Unlike that stupid landing gear that you can't rotate at all. Ugh. Yeah, T's the button I think that I mean, where it's like, it does the facing, but only to a degree, because I've been messing with this in creative mode, and a lot of the time, it wasn't doing the correct facing at all. So I just had to keep spamming it and looking at different things until it eventually worked. For the simple stuff like this, it seems to be maybe okay. I can maybe get rid of these, because we got lift on the sides now. I don't think the T thing will help at all doing the armor bits. But then that's getting into some nasty territory. Where, like, I don't know if there's any way to make that simpler. So there's the additional lift. So we saved a bit of space on the bottom. And also the top. We've got a bit of side thrust on the top and bottom. We could also get more side thrust to the front of the ship. There's still those ports available if I need it. It does the facing based on the facing of the block it connects to. If the facing of the block doesn't make sense to the T function, then it does weird things. And I think that might be what I'm thinking of, where it's just like, it was just acting up and putting it in what seemed to be random directions, and sometimes I could push the button again and it would work. And other times I push the button and nothing happens, and I have to look away and then look back, and then it changes again. It was really weird. Ooh, I can also, I think... No, those have to stay. Okay, never mind. Am I forgetting any? Okay, this side. I think that's it, though. Are we okay to weld this up? "26 plates. That won't be enough. Should be a pile of plates down here from all the stuff that's fallen. I just kind of let it fall because, like, why bother chasing it? Make me 100 plates. There we go. Control B. Asking because you want to build a hydrogen ship also, do you really need the hydro tank? Can you just use the H2 generator? The hydrogen tank you would need, it's basically like a battery, but for hydrogen, just to store it all, because otherwise you'd have to constantly keep the ice in the H2 generator and all that. And you'd also have to have probably a bunch of generators to keep up with the amount required for the thrusters, because they're pretty thirsty. Like, I've got 2 here. The 2's probably not going to help me any keep up. Like, even if I got this thing full of ice, I don't think 2 generators will even be able to keep us steady while using the thrusters. But it should at least help diminish some of the loss. Because just the one was definitely not enough. Like, holy shit, I'd have to stop the thing and park it for a while just so it can get enough to get back to base. And I'm hoping with 2, it's a little bit easier then. Huh. The scaffolding for these little guys is... Look at that. That ain't right. They look like shit. But then you weld them up and they look good as hell then. Huh. Who assembled this? Oh, wait, I did. Yeah, okay, that makes sense then. Oh.
Energy low.
Would love to kept it to 1 generator, move that to the back, and move the cargo up and the hydro tank behind the cockpit. But hindsight's 2020. I want the 2 though. I really wanted 2. I really felt like 1 wasn't enough. We just weren't generating enough hydrogen quickly enough to keep any stored. Because the ice that we have was just... It sits there for so long, slowly draining by the 1 generator, and a lot of it just gets completely vaporized. I think 2 will be a lot nicer. I think like 3 would be maybe ideal, but then we'd have to have a lot of storage for just ice, and then you need more thrusters for the weight, and it just becomes a problem. I think I'm going to leave it at 2. It seems like a nice convenient amount. Remember to save blueprint. Can you do that? Like in survival? And then with the blueprint, you load it into a projector or something like that, and you can just like kind of build and assemble it there. Oh, that's what Control B is for the blueprint. I see. Small grid 7473. Rename it. What are we naming it? Get in the cockpit and go to the info tab? What? To name it. Minecraft. Sure. Cool. So then if I control B, that doesn't open up the blueprints thing. So where are blueprints stored at? F11, F10, or F11? F10. Okay. Cool. So yeah, so for that then I'd what? I'd put it in a projector and it'd say load this blueprint and it just like projects the image so I can kind of copy it and all that. Boy, we need a lot of hydrogen thruster components. What all do we need? It's like everything. Odd. I'll right click this a bunch. Because I think we have most of it somewhere in there. Don't think I can reach that guy. Interior plates. Ugh. Oh god, where am I? Okay. Jeez. You can straight up weld the projection. You can literally build off the projection. Okay. Well, that's pretty nice. That sounds convenient as hell. Like 20 maybe? Fucking motors. I was building like 80 motors at one point in time. There's your motors and your motors. Construction components. Let me just clear out the build planner thing. I'm not convinced it's updating very well. Just like 1,000 of these things. Fuck. And also queue it up. I don't even care how many we have just there. Do that a few thousand times. God. The realest pain in the ass. Welding things. So I can kind of see the appeal of the build and repair mod if it just automatically does stuff for you. But where you store all the stuff for it? Or can it pull stuff through the conveyor system? So if I got this attached to the base, it just like just pulls out what it wants. How we doing? Not great. Okay. Because all I needed for that one... Okay, so I should have done that on a fresh one. Yeah, fine, assembler, you win. pain in the ass thing. Clear that. For blocks. Hydrogen thrusters. Like, a bunch of those. And then we got the conveyor things. A couple tubes. Small conveyors. Make some of those. I think that's actually about it. Really just the thrusters and those conveyors. Build planner updates when you pull out items, nothing afterwards. Pulls everything it needs. But from where, though? How do you tell it where to pull stuff from? Like, is it something you connect up to the base? Okay, it's a block that you put down. Okay, so yeah, it connects up to the conveyor system and just pulls stuff through. Alright. So yeah, as long as you've got assemblers going and you have enough stuff in general for everything, then you'd be set to just connect that up and be like, go! And it just finishes it all up for you. That'd be great. Make sure I got all this. Tinky Tink, hello, how you doing? Welcome. Man, we really go through the hydrogen. Are we finally out of stuff? No, the queue's just over. Make. Control click. A bunch of those, that's the way to do it. Nice. Do that. What am I lacking mostly? Components, grids. Mostly components. Need a still suit to recycle your natural liquids. I never did make the still suit, did I? Interior plates. Some more large tubes. Okay. Large tubes, I think we have a few more still. A couple more interior plates. Switch you around, make sure you're doing interior plates. You're not. Okay. Do like 100 interior plates. Do that next. Hydrogen bottle, don't have one made. But I think it's actually in the respawn pod still. I think I put it in there and I never took it back out. Oh no, it's probably on my dead body that's floating off. Probably into Earth by now. Yeah. I guess I'll queue up a hydrogen bottle. Ugh. See if we could do that first thing. If you'd ever wait a minute. Jeez, this fucking thing. Just sucking up everything. Quit it. Stop. Re-fucking-lax. And then the generator.
Energy low.
No, doesn't wanna. Okay, how can I recharge that? Because I don't think we're out. Well, I could probably just put it in the tank, right? The fuck? You still set to stockpile or something? No. Refill bottles. Auto refill. Oh, you shit. That's why. Why is that not on by default? What the hell? Yeah, I want a hydrogen tank that I can just store empty bottles into, but I don't want them to actually fill. Oh, perfect. That's default. Oh, perfect. Excellent. That's exactly what I need. Still making the ship? Fuck yeah, I'm still making the ship. This takes ages. God damn the build system in this. This sucks ass. Although I've had to like rebuild it generally, like the back half of it a few times. That took quite a while.
Energy critical. Meteor storm inbound.
It's a bad sign. We got something red. We're running low on power. Space Engineers is the My Summer Car of space games. I wouldn't go that far. My Summer Car is much more tolerable than this is. I got all that done. I needed that thrust to be put back. Throw that on the queue. That's all done. I think it's just these two ones here. Which just needs tubes. Fine. Was there just tubes in there? There's tubes somewhere. So steel tubes, a bunch. Yeah, I know about turrets and asteroid defense. The asteroids haven't been a problem yet, though. Stuck on a broken train watching this live. Happy I moved to EU. Yeah, thank you. How you doing? What's up with the train? Why'd you break it? Did you do it? Don't break the train. Are we done? Did I do it? I think we did it. Holy shit. Was there something else I needed real quick? I was thinking maybe a second gyroscope because of all the added ass weight that we've added on, because I wasn't planning on doing quite that much, but jeez. You got the hydrogen tank 3. Stockpile on, start taking that in. We'll add that to the group thing. Or group thing. The hotbar thing. Stockpile on / off. The thrusters. It's a bunch of thrusters. And I guess I'll add the gyroscopes to this too. Somebody said that I should. I guess I will. Gyroscope. Thrusters. And we add that into here. And that's toggle block on and off. They're currently on. We can turn those off. And then the... what else did I have? There was something else that I did for the flight control things. Is it with 6, 7, 8 every time? The tank, the thrusters... and the drill can go in there. Is there something else? Like, oh yeah, the batteries, right. Batteries. Recharge on and off. They're on auto, so recharge on. So they're set to suck in power to get filled up. Because otherwise, if I leave it on just auto, it's possible that the batteries will discharge into the base, and that's not what I want. I'd rather it just be specifically just suck in power or output power. And one is set. Yeah, drill works. Okay. Ow. Oh. I apparently pressed J at some point. The headlight, I suppose. What's that? Lamp? No. Light? Spotlight. That's the one. Put that up there this time. Yeah, auto for the batteries isn't great. All right. What a thing. What a thing. Batteries. How we doing? Fully recharged in 12 minutes. They've got like not much in them. Okay, so that'll be a minute. The base, we're still doing okay for power and all that. Kind of. Fucking always hitting J. Fully played in 3 hours, so we're doing alright with that. Okay. Well then. Could need a priority system so you could select what to charge first. That'd be cool. I'd like that. And we'll see how the flight is with the 1 gyro with all this extra weight. I think I might still be okay. But we'll see. While that charges, I will throw in my spare stuff, and I think I'm going to take a quick break. Just for some water and restroom and stuff. I still need... Oh wow, I've got the 1,000 motors. Holy shit. Alright. Cool. So we can maybe deliver that with this guy. And that could be its, like, first flight test. There we go. 1,000-ish motors. They also wanted... Was it power cells that they wanted? Something like that. I don't remember what it was. Is there a way to see what contracts I picked up, or do I just have to go back to the board for that? Because I'd like to think that it keeps track of that somewhere, but with it being a new feature, I'm sure they forgot to do it. There is a button. Cool. Is it like Alt page down or some crazy shit? Yeah, controller, because I'm using a controller. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know, miscellaneous maybe? Colon. Yeah, you're gonna be... that. Yeah, that's fine. Well, that works splendidly. Oh, that didn't set at all. Yes. That's not the key I pushed, interestingly. Still works. Okay. 956 motors, 35 power cells. How many power cells do we have? 2? Ew. Are we sure? Two, alright. So I need to make 33 more power cells. Oh. These little cat cages. Have I considered a pirate or passing ship for the thruster components instead of hydro ship? Yeah, but I'm not bothering with that because I would want to do that with a fighter ship because I don't want to throw my body endlessly at a pirate ship until something sticks. I think that's just the stupidest thing ever. I got the thruster components off of my starting ship so I could make like 2 or maybe 3 small ion, but that's it. Nothing really worth mentioning. So I will sit in my cockpit and I'll take a quick break for just a couple minutes, not too much. You can take out a neutral ship if you don't care about rep loss. I suppose so. How are the batteries doing? Probably not full, but hopefully kind of okay. Fully recharged in 6 minutes, 30 kilowatts in there. That's pretty okay. Or 30 kilowatt hours rather. That should be alright. That's a pretty good amount of power. Considering it doesn't have any ice in it either. That's fine. I should get more ice also. Maybe I make a quick stop at the ice if I still have storage space for it. That's the one I want. So, 33 cat cages mixed in with the 2 that I've gotten some location around here somewhere. There we are. 35. We store that away. Into the cockpit? No. Into the cargo. Which I can't access. Why can't I access that from the cockpit? Small tubes can't transfer big items. Are these considered big items? Ooh. How do you know it's a big item? Well, that's fine. It's not really a freighter, so I guess that's something to keep in mind for a freighter. Strange. We can lift off. So far, nothing's falling off. So, over to the ice first to pick up some of that. We seem generally maneuverable. Not much in the way of strafing, but that's fine. Really not a whole lot in the way of decelerating either. A bit, but not great. Alright. Fine, fine. Train's moving again. Nice. As soon as I got my ship done, it's like I'm the train. You're totally fucked. Yeah, I put a speed thing on. It's killed me a few times, and I hate having it on. I kind of want to get rid of it again. Is the drill on? Are we going? I can't actually see. And I feel like I've got headlights, like, my personal lamp on while inside the ship. Yes, I did. Cool. Yeah, the fighter cockpit's a bit wild. But it worked out pretty okay for my needs. Not too bad. How we doing here? Generator's full, that generator's full. Bunch on the cargo, okay. We'll be alright. So, up to... deliver items there. Sure. Normal display. What field of view am I playing? Like 80 or something, I think? Not terribly high because of motion sickness. Get a programming block on there and install Auto LCD 2 like we have on the base on the server. You can put stuff like your cargo capacity on the screens inside the cockpit. I did see that, and that's a pretty cool thing. It's pretty neat. What is my field of view, actually? Fuck if I know where it is. Ah, 87. Pretty similar to life. A little higher. Just a notch. Dampener's back on as we prepare to dock-ish. Looks like the hydrogen kinda still plummets hugely, but it should recharge generally a little bit faster as well. So like, I don't have to sit there and park for some minutes for the hydrogen to replenish. Am I using a speed mod? Yes, I literally just mentioned that. I got the 400 speed mod thing set. I don't really like it though, because I've died a few times from it, because you can really underestimate how quickly you're going. Before you know it, you'll be going like 400 meters per second, and then you have to decelerate through all the 400 meters per second, which is a pain in the ass. And there we are. Lights off. Hydrogen doing its thing. I need these back. How am I gonna drop off the 1,000 whatevers? Do I just have to keep doing trips? Also, the door's on the other side. Lol, nice airlock. Aww. Damn it. Open contract. Accepted contract. Finish. Oh, okay, so I can presumably dock. Okay. Where to dock at? I guess just one of those. Okay. I never got the beacon up on this. That's what I forgot. Smells like S6, 7, 8. Can I recharge from your base? Probably not. Probably costs. Lift. So finish from small grid 7473. That's the one. 2 million space bucks. Cool. And then we can access the ATM. And I can deposit 2084064. I entered the wrong amount. It thinks I meant 1 million. Yeah. 2084064. Oh, it's already just in. Oh, it's already just in. Nice. Okay. How do I get access to my ATM? Is there anything that I would want? Still not really. Okay. So, ship vendors, are they a specific type of dude that I talk to for ships? Like if I just want to browse for the ships that they've got real quick? Or does every station have that and it's just a specific terminal for it? Because I'm assuming they sell specific stuff. Cutting-edge technologies bring you the best quality through our shipyards, delivering competitive advantage to you over your competitors. The screen I was just using for the F thing, there's no access allowed. Some of them are like that for some reason, I don't know why. So you have to just scroll through annoyingly. It's stupid. I don't know. I don't get it. So we'd have to find then... components and tools, ores and gases. Number one producer for vehicles and stuff, Supreme Construction. This is these guys. Okay. The room by the A10, there's 3 machines in there, one for contracts, 1 ATM, the third is where you get the ships you think. So you're saying that all the factions sell everything? Or sometimes they can. Because the descriptions make it sound like they do have their own fucking airlock specialties. Because this is just the store with stuff. This is the bounties. This is the ATM. That's that thing. Upstairs was just like the crew cabins and lockers and stuff, but nothing I can really do much with. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say that they probably don't sell it. It'd be at the store if they're selling them. Bottom of the list. No. So how do I find one of the factions then if I need to track them down to get something in particular? I'm not bothering with the thruster components. We're dealing with hydrogen for the moment. That's fine. I don't care about iron that much. Just watching out for the beacons. Oh, that's annoying. You'd think they'd have a headquarters GPS or something that I could track. So we're looking for either SOT SOT or UDHI. We're not generating hydrogen for shit. I guess because I turned it off because I put it on stockpile? I'm not sure that makes sense. When you went to SMMN, they sold some nice miners at the station you went to. I think it's random. Although it does kind of relate to the name. I'll just keep an eye out for it, I guess, and see what we see. I think you should be able to like track their GPS for their headquarters area or something like that. So I don't have to just wander aimlessly if I'm doing some shopping, you know? That can't be right. This hydrogen production is pretty terrible still. I feel like it's as fast as just the one was. I don't think it's any faster. Yeah, or track them down and kill them? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they got their bullshit invisible force field thing. Well, not invisible force field. It's quite visible. But still. Yeah, something though. A huge neutral zone with a shopping faction station at the 000 GPS coordinates. The bottom left corner of everything in space. The hub. Delivery missions to find them. Yeah, that'd probably be a pretty good thing. Depends what they want me to freight though, and how far also. Some of them needed a jump drive to get to. Ooh. That should pay pretty nicely though if you can do that. One mission you did give you one small item. Oh, okay. A single superconductor. Okay. We'll pay you 3 million for it. Okay. Jesus, we're really going out there. I can redampen it a bit. Change trajectory. Not like I really want to leave the moon at all. We're outside of its gravity though, so we're just drifting off into space. Just hijacked a neutral ship because it was stranded outside your station and it had been there for like a week. Is that an ice meteor there that just popped in? It looks a bit bluer than the rest, and also a bit sharper. There's Udhi. Do we care about Udhi? Manufacturer ships the best prices. We care about Udhi. Go, 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 go. Most ships cost 2 to 20 million. Yeah, I was told that they're pretty expensive. Like, I'm still basically broke, as far as I know. But I'm still curious. I'm gonna be ending the stream soon. And I'm curious on what the ships and stuff that you can buy are like. Today was gonna be a short stream because I've got a lot of stuff to do to get ready for the weekend as far as like Let's Play and all that goes. Just dampeners on, slow down, reposition ourselves here. And ice, still doing okay. Okay-ish. Yeah, it's pretty slow going generating the hydrogen from the ice. Like, we're coasting right now, so we're not really consuming any. It still takes it a while to get a bit. Like, 5 or 6 seconds for 1%. So, maybe you would want multiple and just put up with the extra weight. I don't know. Because you'd also have to have an ice storage for it all. I'm gonna dock. And I'll just leave that on, whatever. That's fine. Vending machine, cosmic coffee. They're out though. But they were cheap. Oh, there we go. They got some for 111 space bucks. Oh, there we go. A B980 hauler, a cargo shuttle for $1 million. That's cute. Blue Ambassador Explorer for 158 million, effectively. T-Ion Fade, a minor Mark 1. LCC-3 freighter for 133 million. 474 million for a red cruiser. Good God. All right. I'll take a cargo shuttle. I did it. Can't really preview them at all. Ah. It's adorable. Medium cargo container. Okay. Sure. And it's got a bunch of ion thrusters and a parachute hatch. Oh. Alright, shit. I'll bring this back and we can disassemble it. I mean, I won't disassemble it, but, like, we could, in theory. Where did I park? Where am I? Huh. So can I, like, clamp onto it? Like, I don't have the landing lugs that would typically work really well for those, but... Nice. Yoink! I'm bringing it home! Yeah, I still don't have the beacon. I forgot to add that. I did on the last one, though. I did add it. We had it. Fighting against me. That's annoying. All right, you. That's mine. disabled. We have a little bit of gravity, so we are moving. But from here, I can at least... Ah, they were hidden, that's why. Turn those off. And the gyroscope. Can I catch it? This is gonna end greatly. Oh yeah, Control Z. What was the Control Z thing? Like I look at and Control Z? Dampeners auto. That's gonna crash, I think. Whoop, found it. Got it! Ugh. I'm not sure what Control Z's actually doing. They put the dampeners on auto, but what do you actually, like... It's still following that. Okay, so it is the thing that you're looking at and just locks onto that and follows it? Makes you match speed of what you looked at. Okay. Sure. But not really orientation or anything like that. Rip. I'm surprised the cockpit survived. Nice.